You've said I do, you've danced the night away, maybe even come home back from the honeymoon, but that's when real life begins, right? So licensed professional counselor Dr. Jada Jackson is here to share how to survive that first year of marriage and keep that flame going despite the learning curves and the real life challenges that just naturally await. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Are you ready to get into this?
I am so ready. I'm not even married, and I'm ready because I need to know all the things. So why is this first year of marriage the trickiest, even for couples who have been together for years before getting married?
Because they don't come to see us before they get married. Right. But the reality is, when you are faced with something that is so incredibly difficult to do, and that is merge two identities into one couple's identity, it is difficult.
It is.
And when all of the fanfare blows away, you're faced with reality. And sometimes that reality hits pretty hard.
You know what? That is so true. I think that's the reality of life, and that's the reality of marriage that no one talks about. So what's something that tends to surprise newlyweds once that, like you said, that wedding glow kind of fades off and that day-to-day kicks in?
Couple styles and habits.
Okay.
The habits. And I'm going to say that very poignantly, because you don't know that someone's doing something that you don't like until you see it over and over and over and over again.
Right.
And so we do an assessment, for example, that measures styles and habits. And it's like, okay, so I don't like it when you don't check the doors at night to make sure that we're safe and secure, or you don't put the toilet seat down,
Come
or
on now.
you know, those types of things. And when you have to experience it over and over and over without talking about it, what do you think is going to happen?
It becomes frustrating, and then you blow up.
And so, you know, it's the styles and habits that really get in the way.
Let me ask you this then, because I feel like a lot of people would then say, oh, well, maybe I'll just live with my person ahead of time so I can see what those habits are. How do you feel about that?
You know, some people love it, and other people are like, yeah, no, for oftentimes spiritual and religious reasons. They say, no, I'm going to wait. And, you know, I say, wait, just go to therapy. You know, do the premarital counseling, understand your partner prior to, and know that at the end of the day, marriage is hard work.
Yes, indeed. Everyone says that, but no one, I think, actually believes it.
No, nobody believes it, because, you know, we have these pie in the sky kind of dreams about what marriage really is, and it's none of that.
Exactly. It's a fantasy in our heads, and then, like you said, reality kicks in and it's rough.
Yeah,
it is rough.
It punches you in the face, and you're like, whoa, I had no idea that this is what it was like.
So tell me, because you have a term that you use to help kind of couples out, a method. It's called STOP.
Yes.
Tell me what STOP stands for.
First of all, just stop and breathe. Take a deep breath, because we're going, you know, 50 miles a minute. Just stop and breathe. And secondly, turn toward your partner and connect. Because remember, you said I do for a reason. And then the O is own your stuff. It's okay to say, I feel that, or I kind of think that in this moment, this is what's happening, but own your stuff.
Exactly.
And then plan to reconnect, plan a strategy for how you're going to deal with whatever the problem is. Blowing up is not a healthy way to deal with it. It's actually counterproductive.
Interesting. You know what? O is the hardest part of STOP, which is owning your own part.
Owning your stuff.
But the whole method makes me think of what's the saying when they say it's you guys against the problem instead of you guys against each other. Yeah.
Yes.
And I think that,
I love that
kind of lays it all out for you.
Look at you. You're all ready.
Listen, when the Lord is ready to bless me, I will be ready, doggone it. I'm ready. I have healthy tendencies. I'm ready. No. So tell me, what's a healthy way besides STOP for couples to argue or disagree, especially when those emotions are high?
It's okay to pull away, go to your corners, and then come back and address the issue. Don't try to address it when you're flooded with emotion. And emotional communication is not communication.
That is, ooh. That's hard. Communication, I feel like, is the hardest thing in a relationship, period. You know what I
Correct.
mean? And so to work on your communication effectively and then thus try and get your partner to do the same. That's why you said you have to meet in the middle. It is a partnership, becoming one.
It's a team. It is a team effort.
Jinkies. I feel like every time I talk to you, it's like a therapy
I
session.
love talking
And
to
I'm
you.
not even married.
I just gave you marriage counseling and you're not
Thank you.
even married.
Listen, we'll come back whenever he comes around. I'll find you. I'll find
please
you.
do.
But for someone who's already married, engaged, ready to go, needs some therapy in their lives or some counseling, where can they find you?
JadaJackson.com.
There we go.
JadaJackson.com.
JadaJackson.com.